All right, guys. So again, if you have seen the 25-minute video about MHelpdesk, skip this video. Or if you see the 25-minute video and you see this one, watch this one because it'll just be the quick clip notes. We considered switching to a company called MHelpdesk for our CRM software for a couple of reasons. Just looking for an upgrade from the customer factor, just looking for some additional features, capabilities, and whatnot that quite frankly, TCF just doesn't provide. We looked through a lot of different companies and we settled on this company called MHelpdesk. It was also recommended by a business consultant that I know locally in town. We paid, on some special promotion, instead of it being $2,500, we paid $2,000 to be able to get our customer data imported, include our customer list, all their contact information, and to, according to this, get up to 5,000 lines of job history information imported. Wanted to get some prospect stuff as well. And with any setup and migration, that's the crucial part when you look at it. And every company's gonna say, oh, we're super great at onboarding. This company sucks at onboarding. They really and truly do. The people that I worked with were awful. They could not do their job. I gave the guy multiple opportunities to just take our customer database and import it. It jacked up addresses. They imported or synced it with QuickBooks, which we told them, hey, this isn't going to work. Hey, the information isn't in there. Don't bother. It's not going to do that. And he's like, oh, we'll get this all. It'll be great. QuickBooks will bring all of it over. It's going to be super fantastic. I said, it's not going to work. It doesn't have all the information because of the way that we use it currently right now. And he goes through it all and sets up the web connector and it's like, oh, shocker. It's doing exactly what I told you. It's missing half the emails. It's got people without their full names. It doesn't have most of the phone numbers. This is worthless. You've literally gone and taken, it's like, oh, well, now we've got to play code game and fill in the blanks for everybody. With 2,000 customers, that's going to take a lot of time. That's what I've paid you $2,000 to take care of. Gave the guy more opportunities, showed him where things were messed up, explained hey, this is wrong. Oh, but I've checked the work. Oh, and then they tried to throw it at me hey, you approved the CSV. Guys, I gave you the data. Okay, when I now look at it more thoroughly than just on my mobile phone, yeah, it's obvious where you jacked up. It's pretty simple, honestly. I'm pretty sure that if I messed it up, I could have gone through there and instead of just merging two columns, they needed to copy these two columns and then put them over here and then merge them for the customer name. So the customer name would be a big field, first name field and a last name field. But they didn't do it that way. There's other stuff that's messed up on it, but over 350 clients had jacked up accounts. And that was just looking at the fact that if, you're married, Rob and Tori Anderson, my name for the customer contact was Rob and. And if you had a little and symbol in there, that could be your last name as well. Because, that's really, I don't know if actually is, might be possible. I doubt it. Unless you're a rapper or something. So finally I was like, you know what? This onboarding session or time that we paid this $2,000 is supposed to cover training, onboarding help, getting all this data imported, making sure that myself and my office staff and my techs are all trained on how to use this, both the desktop and the mobile app version. So we're over 30 days in. We've already got our second charge, or we got the first month wait, but the second charge of $374 for service on December 19th. So I request to cancel the account. I said, you know what? This is taking, we're over 30 days. We're over 45 days basically at this point. I went out. Maybe it was 40, 35, whatever. But it's been over 30 days. I went out. You suck. You haven't been able to do your job right. I have no faith in your ability because you're not listening to me. You're not doing your job. You're not taking this stuff. Oh, and not getting just the customer database put in. We all of a sudden get one night, it's like a Friday afternoon or evening or Thursday, whatever it was. And I get text, new customer lead. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know why it's all of a sudden working. Look back at it, and these are leads from August. that are all of a sudden showing up that they're importing or manually putting in somehow. Because quite frankly, if it was literally all somehow imported all at once, it would have been like a machine gun going off with all the notifications on my phone. So look at it, and it ended up texting me, my office manager, and the girl who got us, who helped us decide on MHelpdesk, unfortunately. We go through that, and it's sending all three of us texts, and then we're getting email notifications, and this is also sending the customers information. Our customers like, hey, welcome email. Hey, we've got you set up for an appointment. Here's your estimate price for what you already declined back in September or August. So I call IT. I was like, guys, stop it. I tell him to just step away from the computer before he makes a fool out of me and messes up more stuff. And he's also putting these things in there. One of them's got like the last name's nothing. The first name is his first and last name combined there. And like just stuff's just jacked up. Missing data. And it's an absolute train wreck. So we requested to cancel the account. Oh, we got to speak to somebody in this department. Okay, fine. Take a couple days. Oh, they'll call you. Okay, they finally call. Or I guess it would have been 2 days, whatever it was. Ultimately, I had to follow up. Finally got somebody. They called me on a Friday afternoon and say, hey, we go through the process, we're probably not going to be able to refund the premium setup fee because it's a one-time charge, for customization and setup of your account. Like, okay. Well, since that hasn't been completed, not even like 10, 15% of the work has been done, you're going to give me all my money back. Because what has been done poorly, it's not even like he got the customer database. I was like, I'm having second thoughts about this. No, you guys are screwing up over and over and over and over and over again and proving that both the onboarding rep himself and the people that I would call in and speak to weren't paying attention. The rep that I talked to, the supervisor, like, okay, well, I got to do some work on this. I'll get in touch with you Monday. What's your availability on Monday? So, hey, I'm available all day Monday except for at 1 o'clock. I've got an appointment, from 1 to 2. When does she call me? And by the way, guys, I have 2 phone numbers. I have the biz phone number, which my office manager keeps at all times while she's working. And then I have my Christmas lights number. I said, do not call the office number. Call the Christmas lights number. Call that number. That's the only way you're going to reach me. And she never called me back on that Christmas lights number. She called at 1:07 p.m. on Monday to the business number. Oh, hey, Sarah. I know Rob said that he was going to be available right now. Yeah, you're dodging me. You don't want to talk to me about this because you're not going to be able to resolve it the way that I already told you needed to be resolved. I made it clear on this. We went back and forth with this lady. She never called back on my phone. We literally never spoke again. So we go basically through, I guess it was through Thursday. Thursday morning, after she's called multiple times while I'm traveling to the Conquer Summit, I called back each time that she sent emails or called the 410 number. And my manager's like, why is she continue to call this? So you've given them the number. I gave them the number and they still wouldn't call you. And I've called and said like, hey, put her on the phone. Not available. It just been ridiculous. So then I finally escalated beyond her because she wasn't able to do it. And she says, oh, we've canceled your account. And she even before that was like, hey, by the way, you want to make sure you get this resolved quickly because guess what? On the 19th of January, you're going to get charged again for another service. It's like, wait a second. I told you over a week ago, cancel my account. So right now, you better not even talk about charging me any more money because I already said, I don't want your service. It sucks. You're not going, is there any way we can get you back? I think I see the problem. I think IT can fix this. No, you guys have had your opportunity. The opportunity's over. Give me my money back. I can either leave here as an unhappy, dissatisfied customer, or you can make me super pissed off and vengeful. I'm going to make these videos and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that anyone and everyone that I know never uses MHelpdesk, which is why that's the purpose of this video. And I do try to make most of my other stuff positive, but guys, I'm giving this to you. I would positively recommend that you don't associate with them. So we go through that. We get another supervisor after this person because I called in and I was like, it's great. If she's not available, I need to speak to another supervisor. I need to see another manager, whatever. I don't care if it's the dude who sits next to you. I need to speak to somebody who's higher up than the person that I'm talking to. Talk to that guy. He goes through. He's like, oh, let me do some research. And then he sends me a video. Says, hey, this is all fixed. We really can't, Nyamu, the rep, he's been doing more work on it. It's good to go. Here's this video. So we've explained that the main crux on this customer import is the names are jacked up because it's saying Rob and is somebody's name, or Tori and is somebody's name. We even had, I guess, a Dutch person who's like, was Van de Weijs or whatever. And she had a first name, and her name is now blank Van. Like, no, you missed the rest of the words. So, go through that, get to the third supervisor. The second guy sends me this email. It's like, oh, it's all fixed. He didn't look at the right things. I sent him a video back. I sent him 2 videos that I've put up on the channel, but they're private, so you can't see them yet. I may throw them up there, but like, dude, you're not listening to what's wrong. There's not a way to retain me as a customer because you guys have proven, again, through all of this process and everything beforehand, that you're robots. You're not going to take care of this properly. You're not going to actually see and understand the way that this ends. So we get the third supervisor. She goes through it. I'm really sorry. Go blow up. Fill me in any more information so I have to rehash all of this. And ultimately, I've spent about 3 hours on the phone to try and cancel an account. And told her, I was like, I will get all of my money back, or I will dispute it with my bank card or my credit card company, and I'll get the money back that way. And it's going to cost you more than that, because now I'm going to try and actively make sure that anybody that I know does not sign up for your service. Again, the purpose of this video. Ultimately says, comes back, well, I'm unfortunately, I really understand where you're coming from with all this. First, the best I can do is I can give you $500 back. $500 back out of $2,000. Again, this is a big company. MHelpdesk is owned by Home Advisor and Angie's List, whatever the parent company is there. They got money. And it's also something where if just getting a client onboarded is going to cost them $2,500, or they charge $2,500, them losing one person costs them more than what I'm asking for back. Hopefully, I stop 10, 20, 50 people from signing up for this company. It cost them $100,000. And I made it clear, like, I didn't hide this. It wasn't a threat. It's just that here's the way this ends. I'm either dissatisfied and unhappy and I tell a few people, or you make me pissed off and I tell a lot of people. That's what we're doing. I was trying to make this video quicker, and obviously I'm still going along. But guys, it's just, and then she sends me an email today, like, again, unfortunately, I spoke to my director and the manager, and all we can give you is $500. And here's the thing. If the guy had already done like 75, 80, 90% of the work, maybe I was even willing to say, like, hey, you know what? You guys keep 200. You give me back the 1,800. Because, the guy did some work. He did a piss poor job at it. And again, you've shown that nobody is reading the notes. Nobody is following up properly. Nobody cares to actually do the right thing. And as a service software company, you would think that they would understand. It's customer relationship management. I am the customer, manage that relationship. That they would have cared more. They didn't. They didn't listen. They didn't do their jobs well. They didn't understand and take into account so many things. And again, we only got partway through getting our customer database imported. Not even getting the job history. And we had to even try to talk the rep into trying to do that. He's like, oh, well, most people just like to start fresh. Well, dude, that's not what I paid $2,000 for. I paid $2,000 to get the job history in here. So don't tell me all of a sudden, oh, well, I'm going to try and get out of there with, you want to just start square, fresh, sir. You don't need all that old history nonsense. Who would want the last 3 years of records and doing $1 million in overall revenue in those years? No, nobody needs that information. That's not valuable information for running your business or showing like reports that you want. I should just, give all that information out. And even had the one guy, one of the supervisors, like, well, we'll just type in like a little note that'll show the data, the history. You can't run a report based off of notes. You need the job history there. So ultimately, guys, we're still with the customer factor. We love it. Having an office manager in here will help us continue to use it for a little bit longer. And dude, for what we pay, and again with the lifetime guarantee or the grandfather pricing, it's great. Thanks for watching this. Don't sign up for MHelpdesk. And if you ever do get contacted by somebody offering MHelpdesk, let them know that they dicked me over. And as part of that and all the negative stuff that you've seen, it stopped you from deciding them. That way, hopefully they'll understand. And you'd think that they would understand that before it gets to this point. But, oh well. See ya.